But it's just ridiculous how much money we will waste on things we don't need and things that make us appear a certain way when we're not. You know? I don't know if anyone else has like noticed this trend, but even in the fact that we have TVs, I think a typical middle class family has like 3 or 4 TVs. Let me see how many TVs I have. There's one in my room. There's one in my mother's room. There's one in the kitchen. It's shitty. It has 4 channels, but it's a TV. Um, and then there's one in the basement. We have 4 TVs. Four. But actually, I think that's typical to have 4 TVs. Let me change my mind. Instead of two TVs, I think 4 TVs. Or at least a TV per person. You know? But yeah. You know, and also this like I my professor just spit out some statistic that I don't know if it's true or not. I should research it to back it up, but it sounds about right to me that like 1 in 7 meals are served at McDonald's. It sounds about right to me. I mean, one girl raised her hand and said that, well, not girl, she's a woman. She has a 3-year-old, not a 3-year-old son. She has a 2 month old. She raised her hand and shared that information. And she says that she goes to McDonald's 2 or 3 times a day. She's like a stick of a person, a stick. And she goes to McDonald's 2 or 3 times a day. Now, for me, that's ridiculous. But I'm sure that a lot of people do that. I am sure. I feel guilty if I do fast food once a week. But I'm sure there's people who do it more than twice a week, more than 3 times a week. I'm sure there's people that do it every day. Every day. But anyway, we're basically throwing our money at this machine of desires. And my professor was talking about how when he was a child, toy stores were like little holes in the walls. A hole in the wall? Yeah, holes in the wall. Alright, whatever. I don't know how to pluralize that. I suck at life. But anyway, why is my cat staring so hardcore at my dog? And now there's Toys R Us, obviously. Department stores galore. But when he took his child for the first time to Toys R Us, he got like 2 or 3 things and came home and cried because 2 or 3 things doesn't compare to the entire department store. And if you can't see my arms, I'm doing this. And everything is manufactured for us to feel guilt, and like nothing is ever good enough. So of course we're never good enough. And I think that's where my point was supposed to go to. You like that? But and it's really hard. It's really hard to break away from that and see and like visualize that is not how we're supposed to be. That we're not supposed to be made to feel guilty and like crap at every turn just because we can't get this or we can't do that. I agree with Jason where we make our own destinies to a certain degree, to a certain degree. There are things that I believe we cannot help because I don't know, this is kind of like, this is probably, somebody's going to refute this, but I don't think you can really rise up that much nowadays. I mean, you can, but, you know, it's just certain people who are lucky and who know people and all that jazz, you know? But anyway, that whole American dream thing, people still believe in it. But anyway, now that I've completely gone off topic and rambled for a ridiculous amount of time, what else did I want to talk about? I don't even know. So my point is, people, stop victimizing yourself. But be aware at the same time that we are kind of manufactured to victimize ourselves. And I'm sure there's going to be people who are going to refute me on that. But I feel that way. I feel that way, and this is my vlog, and this is my opinion. So, I feel that we are manufactured to victimize ourselves. We are manufactured to feel like crap at every turn because we don't have this, we can't do that, we can't do this, whatever. Yeah, so, you know, just my opinion. This is all my opinion. You can say, fuck that, and I'll be fine with it. Also, you can say, why are you cursing so much? And I would say to you, because I'm from Brooklyn. No, that's not why I curse so much, but it's probably one of the main reasons. And I have friends who curse like that, so. Also, I came from a family who just really enjoys cursing. Who just really, you know, I can't even speak today. But, what I want to say is that nowadays, whoever you are, you have to be extremely self-aware. Extremely self-aware. Whether you're losing weight or you're doing whatever, you have to be self-aware. You have to, at every turn, question why you're making XYZ decision, you know? Oh my god, my back hurts. But anyway, I probably sound like I'm on crack. But self-awareness, I think that is the hardest part of making any life-changing decision in your life. Self-awareness is the key to everything. And I'm not gonna lie, even though I have had success and I continue to have success, there's so many things that I could change. There's so many things that I could do better. And I could be so much more self-aware. And self-consciousness doesn't have to be a bad word, you know? Self-conscious just means being self-aware. But it could also mean the negative part where you're too self-conscious. And let me see who's calling me. Hold on. I'm really bummed out. I just got a call from the woman who was training me at the bakery. And I felt a little jerked around because I was being called in random days to train, and I was sent home an hour into working and training, and I wasn't told when I was going to be put on permanently. And then I get a call just now from said woman who was training me, and she said that she's going in for a surgical procedure and she doesn't feel well and she doesn't know when she can train me, so I no longer have a job. I never really had a job to begin with because I was being called in to work for like 20 minutes to an hour. The first day I did an hour and a half, and then I was sent home. And I'm just annoyed. I mean, I feel bad for her because she's having surgery. But I feel crappy for myself because I don't have a job anymore. And that would have been perfect. It really would have been perfect for my schedule, but que sera, sera.